go straight to questions. So if you have a question.
Coach, Jillian Hollingshed has not been that effective for Tennessee as she was tonight. I don't know if the scouting report indicates that she could have done that, but how much of a difference was she inside?
I thought she took advantage of the, we went small. When Saylor got hurt and Saylor went down, I thought they did a really good job of isolating her, getting the ball to her with against her guards. She did a really good job around. We've played against Jillian long enough. I saw her play. We know how good of a player she is. And, she just, opportunity came, and I thought she made the most of it. I thought they really looked for her once they got it going. And she's a hard matchup for us at any matchup, but specifically when we had to go small.
Rukia Jackson had 17 points in the first half, but I don't think she made many. She didn't make a single field goal in the second half. Just for you, what was the adjustment you want your team to make on her?
Oh, I think she started sharing the ball and making others better. I think if she'd have needed to, she probably could have gone out. I've seen that kid long enough to know that she can dominate a lot of matchups. Maybe we did a little better job on her, maybe not. I think she just started kind of moving it a little bit, getting other people involved, knowing that this stretch run. This is a Tennessee team that we always seem to catch them when they're full strength. We always seem to catch them when everybody's available. There's no injury reports. It's a team that I think will peak at the right time. I know they've got a tough schedule down the stretch with South Carolina twice and LSU looking ahead, but I think they're a team out of our league that anybody that's not paid attention to how hard Kelly schedules is just not paying attention. They're doing a lot of good for our league in doing so. Not every team in our league does that. We need Tennessee to schedule like she does. I know it's hard on her to be without Rakia and then without Tamari early in the year and play some of the best teams in the country, but I think that's going to show up for them when it comes tournament time, and I got a great deal of respect for how they do it and how they go about it.
When you look at the rebounding differential, is that because of the small lineup, or is it something else?
Well, it's Tennessee basketball. They're going to rebound. They don't recruit kids that don't try to rebound. They coach it. Kelly's built around it. It's going to come. We have to, on nights like that, we have to shoot the three. Well, we did not. We didn't shoot it good enough. Half our shots, we probably figured half our shots were going to be threes. We know they're not going to foul us at the rim. We usually get to the foul line 18 to 20 times. We knew those were going to be hard to come by. The rebounding does stick out. And again, guys, we could take the air out of the ball in the second half and we could get these numbers down and it wouldn't be that, but we keep trying to play. My kids would look at me like I'm crazy if I sub. And if we stop trying to shoot threes and we stop trying to do what we need to do to win games down the stretch. So that number, it gets away from you a little bit. We don't turn it over. We only turn it over 11 times. So, on 69 shots, there's going to be some misses. But I did think that to beat these guys, rebounding is going to be hard. You got to make enough threes. We didn't.
Go back here and then.
Coach, when Parfenbarger went down, obviously she was able to come back in quickly, thank goodness. We were shielded off where we sit media from the basket support and didn't see it till the replay. You seem particularly upset and pointing to the floor. Were you wanting the play to stop? What was going on there?
I don't think Saylor tripped on her own. So it was early in the game, I know, but it's important. So I don't know. I could have got it. They went and looked at it, so I must be wrong. But that's what I'm not trying to be, I can't say a lot. A lot of people have recently, and I wish I had their bank accounts, but I do not.
I just want to ask you a follow-up to what you said about Kelly's scheduling really tough and how it's good for the league. I feel like this kind of happened last year where they picked up a lot of non-conference losses, and this year is a little different without Rakia being in the lineup. But do you feel like this team is, not really reflected in their record? Just where do you feel like they're at, and what we saw what happened last year?
Yeah, I think it'll show up come tournament time. They're going to have to, down the stretch. But again, I don't put a lot of stock in what people are saying about the tournament this time of the year. But if they're not seated very high, I would hate to see them in my bracket. And I think everybody thinks that way. They are tested, and they've been through it, and they're not going to flinch when those moments come. I think they will be tournament ready. I don't know what happens in their next. They have 5 or 6 left. I haven't 5 games left in the league. We do, at least. I know they have South Carolina twice, LSU. How many ever they have left? They've got an opportunity to improve their seed, but wherever they end up landing, I wouldn't want to see them on my line. because they are tested. I think that's, not everybody's doing that. And Kelly cares about the league. She played in this league. She cares deeply about it, and she understands that we all need Tennessee to schedule hard and win games and do what they do for the rest of us, so that when we play them, it helps everybody. It raises everybody's net. It raises everybody's opportunity to make tournament and be seated well. So again, we sit in those meetings as head coaches, and she goes out and she does it. And it's hard to do. It's real easy these years to just schedule a bunch of wins and feel good and move along, and maybe not be tested throughout the non-conference. But like I said, I've got a great deal of respect for how they do and what they do.
And then last one.
There's 5 left, but
Five.
they all run together by
Yeah.
mid-February.
Yeah.
South Carolina right now is obviously, they're at another level
Mm-hmm.
nationally and in the SEC. But after that, I mean, you really have to check the box scores to keep up with what's
know.
going on. It is still bunched up. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's in a fight for those final 3, double byes. Just what does that say about the league this year?
Well, I go to the other end of that. Okay, I think that is there. South Carolina separated. You got to, but let's go to the other. There's going to be somebody playing on Wednesday that has 4 or 5 wins in the SEC tournament. I don't know how long it's been since that's happened, but to me, that's where the league is different. I watch all the other leagues, and there's teams that are 0 at the bottom of most of those. And you look at ours, there's 2, 3, 4, 5 win teams down there that are capable of beating the teams that aren't. I mean, nobody's beaten South Carolina yet, so you can't say it. But we've had teams that are at the bottom that are beating teams at the top. And I think that's when you start talking about the depth of the league. I don't care about the rankings and the top, how many teams in the top 25. And this year I've lost respect for the net too. So I just look at my eyes. That's what they tell us to do, the eye test. And anybody that's watching this league that watches the teams, and I'll put us in there, like our good is good enough. Our good is good enough to beat a lot of people in the country. Our bad's not. Our bad's bad. And we've been fighting that all year. But there's several teams in our league that, given the opportunity, I think could, we obviously will never see a tournament where everybody gets in and the bottom plays the bottom and the top plays the top. But I would put the top of our league against anybody in the country, and I'd put the middle to the bottom. So that's just my observation. But I think if you look at it throughout, I mean, without a bias, I think it'd be hard to dispute it too much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.